Leo and his little sister Maya were never ones for rules. If there was an off-limit place, somewhere they weren't supposed to go, chances are the siblings had been there more times than anyone else. So when their grandpa, the renowned astrophysicist, Professor Cosmos, warned them to stay away from his old telescope, they knew they had to take a peek. The old man had passed away just a few days before and left the kids an inheritance that they didn't really want, his house and his telescope. As far as they knew, the old man had dedicated his life to figuring out how to get in contact with extraterrestrial life. But he never got anywhere. Or so everyone assumed. Leo pried open the dusty tube and peered inside. Suddenly, a blinding light shot out, knocking him back. When he could see again, he looked inside and noticed a small object attached to the lens. It was some kind of star map. Then he saw a glint of gold. Was that gold? He reached inside and pulled out a strange device with some sort of lens embedded in it, and then he knew. This wasn't just any star map. This was something ancient, something powerful, and at that moment, they heard a voice coming from nowhere and everywhere at once. Greetings, inheritors of Cosmos. I am Zix, the last of the astrobots created by your grandfather. You have found the Starfall Drive. With it, you can travel to any star system in the Milky Way and beyond. What would you like to visit first? As if all this wasn't unbelievable enough, the kids watched in awe as the device morphed into a tiny robot with silver hair. Then it turned to them and repeated, "What would you like to visit first?" Of course, the answer was easy. "Let's go to Starfall," said Maya, the little sister, surprising even herself. In legend, Starfall was said to be the cradle of cosmic energy, the birthplace of the universe, and possibly home to the most powerful artifact in existence. Zix bowed. "As you wish. Please, follow me." And with that, the robot zipped through the room, pushing a button near the window. The kids rushed to follow and found themselves suddenly standing in front of a massive spaceship. It was unlike anything they had ever seen before, with a sleek black body and wings like a giant raven. "Wow, it's beautiful," whispered Leo. "So, how do we fly it?" he asked hesitantly. Zix explained. "It will be easy. All you have to do is sync your biometrics with the ship, and it will activate." But before Leo could say a word, Maya had already put her hand on the control panel. Suddenly, alarms blared and red lights flashed. "What have you done?" Leo shouted. Zix panicked. "I don't know. It seems like someone has hacked into the ship's security system. We won't be able to fly it until we fix it." Meanwhile, a deep voice echoed through the ship. "Interesting. Looks like we have some company aboard the Night Raven." They turned to see a hologram of a tall, muscular man with menacing yellow eyes. "Who are you?" demanded Leo. The man laughed, a harsh, grating sound. "You can call me Lord Vexen. And you are about to make the biggest mistake of your lives." Before the kids could react, the ship lurched forward and shot out of the atmosphere. At the controls sat none other than Zix. "Sorry about that," he said sheepishly, "but I think we might need to steal this thing." The kids soon learned that Lord Vexen was a space warlord who ruled over a small sector of the galaxy with an iron fist. His fleet of shadow drones had intercepted the Night Raven and disabled its engines. Their only chance of escape was to put their trust in Zix and hope that he could repair the ship and navigate the treacherous asteroid fields ahead. As Zix worked feverishly on repairing the Night Raven, Leo and Maya tried to figure out who Lord Vexen was and why he was after the Starfall Drive. They searched through the ship's database and found out that Vexen was known throughout the galaxy as a ruthless killer, a conqueror who stopped at nothing to expand his territory. To make matters worse, the database contained a record of the Night Raven's trajectory, and it showed that they were heading straight for a black hole. "We won't make it!" Maya cried, burying her face in Leo's shoulder. But at that moment, Zix's voice crackled over the intercom. "I've got the engines online. We should be able to jump to hyperspace in 10 seconds, just as they were about to escape." However, the shadow drones launched an attack. Missiles streaked toward the Night Raven, each one packed with enough explosives to destroy the ship. "Brace yourself," Zix yelled over the intercom. But before the missiles could hit, Leo sprang into action. He grabbed a nearby lever and pulled it, activating the Night Raven's cloaking device. The missiles flew right past them, exploding harmlessly in space. Now that they were safe, Leo and Maya uncloaked the Night Raven and turned to flee. But they had barely escaped the asteroid field when a new set of blips appeared on their radar. It was Vexen and his fleet. "Looks like we're trapped," Maya said, her voice shaking. But Leo wasn't giving up without a fight. He had an idea. "Zix, how long until we reach the event horizon?" "About 3 minutes, but it'll take us 20 years to get out," Zix replied. "Why do you ask?" "Because I think I know a way to defeat these shadow drones," Leo said with a grin. "Get ready." He engaged the Night Raven's targeting computer and locked on to the lead drone. "Here goes nothing," he said, firing. It was now a battle to the death. Leo and Maya took turns firing on the shadow drones, while Zix maneuvered the Night Raven to avoid their return fire. But there were just too many of them. Soon, the ship's shields began to weaken. Then Leo had an idea. He directed the Night Raven into the path of a rogue asteroid and braced for impact. The collision knocked out the ship's remaining power, plunging them into darkness. "Is everyone okay?" he asked anxiously. Silence answered him for a moment. Then Zix's voice crackled over the intercom. "I'm okay, but we've got company." Suddenly, the ship's lights flickered back on, revealing a group of strange, bug-like creatures. "Who are you?" Maya whispered, her eyes wide with fear. "Don't be afraid," Zix said quickly. "These are the Krill. They saved our lives by disabling the shadow drones. Come with me. I want to show you something." The creatures led them deeper into the ship where they found the source of the Krill's power, a large crystal that hummed with energy. "This is a star seed," Zix explained. "It's an ancient relic that the Krill used to harness cosmic energy. With their help, we might stand a chance against Vexen." And true to Zix's word, the Krill proved to be fierce warriors, attacking the shadow drones with their sharp mandibles and stingers. The battle was intense, but eventually the shadow drones were defeated. The Night Raven emerged from hyperspace above a beautiful blue and green planet with white clouds and sparkling oceans. "We made it," Maya breathed, staring at the view in awe. "Welcome to Starfall!" But their joy was short-lived. As they landed, a familiar voice boomed over the intercom. Well, if it isn't the Night Raven, I thought I'd find you here." Vexen stepped out of his ship, a cruel smile on his face. "You shouldn't have followed me," Leo said, drawing his laser sword. "Oh, I think we should finish this," Vexen sneered, drawing his own weapon. For the last time, hand over the Starfall drive. With a flick of his wrist, Vexen sent the sword flying out of Leo's hand. Before Leo could react, Vexen lunged at him, knocking him to the ground. "Leo!" Maya cried, rushing to her brother's side. But before she could help, Vexen struck her with a blast of energy, sending her sprawling backward. Just as Vexen was about to deliver the final blow, however, the ground beneath them rumbled. The planet's surface split open, and 4 enormous figures emerged. They were the Guardians of Starfall, ancient beings of pure energy who had slumbered for millennia. "Who dares disturb our slumber?" boomed one of the Guardians, his voice echoing with power. "I do," Vexen shouted. "Move aside, old fools. I am Lord Vexen, and I have come for the Starfall drive." "So be it," the Guardian said, raising his hand. "We shall banish you from Starfall forever." With a wave of his hand, the Guardian unleashed a bolt of energy that struck Vexen, sending him flying. The other Guardians joined in, and together they banished Vexen and his fleet from When the coast was clear, the Guardians turned to Leo and Maya. "You have shown great bravery and wisdom," said one of the Guardians. "For that, we shall reward you with the secrets of the universe itself." And with that, the Guardians vanished, leaving the kids to explore the wonders of Starfall and learn the true meaning of cosmic power.